Hello, class 11th. Just look at this animal. Such a huge animal, heavy weight. Compare yourself with this animal. Do you find any similarity? Nature is full of surprises. Can you believe we belong to the same class Mammalia? Today we are going to do the vertebrates, which is having first of all class Pisces. The organism of the class Pisces have long and streamlined body. Streamlined means boat shaped body, narrow from both the ends and broader at the center. Body is covered with waterproof scales because they are always aquatic. They have paired fins for locomotion. Respiration takes place by gills. Gills are covered by operculum. They have sac-like bladder or swim bladder which helps in floating. Their heart is two-chambered. They lay eggs in water, so they are oviparous. Fertilization is external in the water. Phylum Vertebrata class amphibians. In amphibians, body is divisible into head and trunk. They are cold-blooded animals, meaning that their body temperature changes with the atmospheric temperature. If outside it is too cold, their body also freezes, and if it is too hot, their body fluids increase to boil. So, they hibernate or estivate whenever change in the temperature is there. Their skin is usually thin, soft, and moist. They have two pairs of paradactyl limbs which help them to swim. They breathe through their gills at their larval stage and through skin or lungs in their adult stage. They have three-chambered heart. Their tadpoles have tail. They might have poisonous glands on their skin. Their fertilization occurs in water. When they are in the larval condition, respiration is by the gills. When they are in the adult condition and inside the water, then respiration is by the skin. While on the land, they are respiring by the lungs. The next class, which is much more evolved, that is of reptiles. Fishes were completely aquatic. Amphibians can live both in land and water. But reptiles, they are generally specified for the aquatic life or the terrestrial life. Reptiles are cold-blooded, terrestrial or aquatic animals. Their body is covered with dry skin with horny scales. Their body can be divided into head, neck, trunk, and tail. They breathe through lungs. They lay their eggs on land. Fertilization is internal. They have three-chambered heart. But in case of the crocodile, it is slightly four-chambered heart. Most of the cases, the exoskeleton is present, like in case of tortoise and the turtles, which is forming a hard covering and protecting them from their predators. Others, like snake, they are having the sting cells, or you can say the poisonous glands which mixes with their saliva. So whenever they are cutting any organism, that poison goes into the blood, killing that organism. They are generally oviparous, laying the eggs, but their eggs are different from those of the bird's eggs because they have leathery shell present on it instead of the calcareous shell. The crocodile is a limbed reptile. Lizards are having limbs, but snakes are limbless organisms. They move with the help of movement of their skin. They do not have very well developed eyes or ears, but their touch sensation is very high. With the vibration, they are getting maximum of their sensation. In certain cases, they are considered to be oviviviparous, meaning that they are laying their eggs but keeping inside the pouch of their mouth or in the trunk region. Those pouches will help in the incubation of those eggs, and when they are well developed, they are giving birth to the young ones. Although the development is inside the body of the mother, but still it is in the eggs, so they are called as oviviviparous organism. All the snakes present in the nature are not poisonous. Only a certain specific species of the snakes are poisonous. They are a rich source of medicinal value and commercial value. These reptile skins are being used and they are over exploited for their commercial use. The next class is that of the apes, which have better evolved than those of the reptiles, having the presence of the wings, which make them their movement easy from one place to the another. Their bodies are streamlined and divided into head, neck, trunk, and tail. Their body is covered with feathers. Scales are present in hind legs only. The forelimbs are modified to form the wings. Jaws are modified into beak and bill without the teeth. They have lungs for breathing and air sacs for easy flight. Skeleton is light and spongy due to the presence of air cavities. The bones are called pneumatic bones due to the presence of the air sacs, which makes their bones hollow. Due to this character of hollow and the light bones, they are capable of carrying their body for the flight purpose. The hind limbs claws are well modified and they even do not fall when they are on a branch slipping there. They are oviparous, laying their eggs. For that they are forming the nest. But cuckoo is a organism which do not form eggs and lays its eggs in the nest of a crow. That is called brood parasitism. The highly evolved category is of mammals, which can give birth to the young ones. The characteristic features of the mammals are their body is covered with hairs. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk, and tail. But in certain cases, like human beings, tail is absent. They give birth to young ones and suckle them with milk. Presence of this mammary glands is a characteristic feature of mammals. Skin is mostly dry. Muscular portion called diaphragm separates the thoracic cavity from the abdomen. Most of them have a pair of external ear called pinnae. They have well developed sense organ and heart is four-chambered. Although there is a large variety of organisms in the class Mammalia. For example, bat, which looks like a bird but give rise to a young one, so considered in the human mammalia. The others, such as whales, dolphins, living in water but are the part of class Mammalia. Echidna and platypus. These are the organisms which lay eggs but are considered to be the part of class Mammalia because of the presence of mammary glands. Human beings consider itself as the most evolved organism on this earth. So, it is the responsibility of the human beings to take care of all these organisms and maintain the biodiversity on this earth. But ironically, we are doing opposite to it. We are not helping them but killing these organisms for our greed, not for our need. So take an oath to help them.